Start the recording of this. Okay. Share the scan. All right. So what we're going to do is first, just going to do is just a couple of examples here. Okay. First, let's identify what I was not able to find. Just this. Okay. Let's see. I did not find a. So let me see here. So again, what we'll do is we'll just go through some of these different examples from the text. Okay. So let's, what was it? Block ID, right? Block ID would tell us some of the different file systems that are available. Okay, so I guess there's none. That doesn't seem right either. Wonder if it's because it's connected to the Windows thing. Let's see. Let me see if I can check that. Let's see if it lets me have it now. No, guess not. Okay, well, I guess that's not. The USB drive is not going to work for me today. All right, so what we'll do is we'll do it through some different folders that are on the existing system. Okay, so kind of what we can do is, let's see, we can mount be able to mount entry. You know what, is it because I'm not on the root? Ah, there we go. All right. That's because I'm not the root. That's why. Okay. Let's see. Let's mount this guy, the SDA1. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll find out. Okay. And let's mount it to documents. That's not as in the document stage. Okay, so I guess I can. Okay, I guess I can't mount it to a local directory. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's do. Let's call it new space, as in the example. Why does it not like me to do this? Oh, I got to make that directory out there. Ugh, okay. There we go. Okay, now let me undo that. Let me unmount that first. Let me unmount it first because I want to show you guys something first. Okay. If we go into that directory, if I do an ls here, there's nothing there, right? There's nothing that exists there because nothing's been put there. I just made a blank directory. Okay, but let's go. Okay. Now, if I go and do that mount that device there, okay. Now, if I cd new space, let's see what's there. Now there's stuff there, right? So there's all this stuff that's in there. And the reason why is because it's existing on this device here. It's existing on this device, but now I've been given a location that I can access the stuff that's on that device. Okay. And if this were a network drive, for example, I could put stuff in there and other people that are connected to that network drive could see it. Okay. I don't want to do, I don't think I want to do anything. Because I don't know what, I actually don't know what device this is. So what I'm going to do is now if I unmount that, target is busy. Why? Because I'm in it. All right. So if I get back out of it and I try to unmount it, now it's gone. If I go back into there again, and look, there's nothing there. Right? And the reason why is because now it's disconnected. I do want to see something. Okay. Maybe there's a different problem. Okay. What kind of stuff? Yeah, I was hoping this would. Okay, let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can plug this in now that I see it. Let's see if it adds anything new when I plug that in. No, I guess not. There should be a way to do this. I apologize I didn't look into this sooner. Okay, but the idea is that again, is that if we mount the device, we have access to the stuff there. We can make changes. We can add directories. We can add files. We can delete stuff as long as we have permissions, of course. But then what we can do is then we unmount it, and now we no longer have access to change stuff in it, but other people can connect to it and see the files there as well. Okay. All right. So that's how mounting and unmounting works. All right. What I really want to focus though on our time in our few minutes we have remaining to do stuff is I want to go through the hard link, soft link stuff some more. Okay. So I want to, one thing I do want to show you here. Okay. Here, if I do ls, nothing's mounted, So nothing's there. So if I were to say echo hello CSE 313 to new file.txt, okay, and if I were to say what's on new file.txt, hello CSE 313, okay, now I'm going to mount this device. Back. It's interesting. Thought this device mounted. Oh, wait a second. Let me get out of it. Mount it there. Okay. Now, there's stuff that's already there. Oh, wait. Get out. I need to unmount. So that's there. If I mount it, okay. And now if I look what's in it, okay. Let me go back and explain what I just showed you, because I did a few things kind of on the fly, kind of as I realized I was doing things not quite right because I was inside of the directory. For one thing, I couldn't mount it inside the direct when I was sitting inside of the directory. That messed things up. Okay, but what I did was I created this new file.txt inside of this folder mount new space. Okay, then from outside of it, I could look into that folder and I could see that that new file.txt is sitting there. Then I mounted this device to that directory. So now when I go to that directory, look what I see in there. I don't see new file.txt in there anymore. And the reason why is because this is not just a regular folder anymore. This is now a mount point that points to this. So if I were to say, okay, I want to cat mnt new space new file.txt, it's going to say that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. But if I unmount it, I unmount my new space, it's there again. Okay, the stuff that was in there before is not lost. All right, when I mount this, it says take this folder and what it used to point at, don't point there anymore. What it used to point at, I want you to go mount this device to that space now. But when I unmount it, it returns back to the way it was before. So this file now exists here. Okay. Now, so now we see here, we're going to get into this hard link and soft link stuff now again. Now look, here, that one, right? That one tells me there's a hard link that exists there. Now, let me see. Let me create a hard link. Let me create a new hard link. ln. Let me do it in where's my JLA student? No, I don't want the root thing. I want, which one do I want? I don't want user. Don't want root. Oh, home, that's right. So I want to ln the document I want mnt new space. I want to create a link to my new file, and I want to give it to the home JLA documents link file.txt. So now if I do an ls-l on mnt new space. Notice now this new file.txt has two links to it now. So if I were to cat that mnt new space new file.txt, I get that. If I were to cat slash home jladay documents, not two slashes, link file. There it is there, right? Now, if I were to echo or text.
Not sure.
If I were more text and append it to link file dot slash home slash jladay slash. And now if I were to cat this, more text is there, right? And if I were to cat the link, not link file, but new file, more text is there. I've changed both of them because they point to the same thing. Okay. Now if I were to create a soft link, -s to let me do it to the home jladay documents file, and I want to call it home slash j. Actually, I'm just going to put it right here. Put it right where I am. Okay. Now, if I do an ls-l on where I am, notice here this soft link points to my link file. Okay. And if I do an ls-l on home jladay documents, right? My link file, it still only has two because there's only two hard links. Okay. Now I could remove new file from the mount point, but let me do one more thing. We're unfortunately out of time for what I wanted to do here on these examples, but let me mount this drive to the new space spot, okay? Because remember what happened. Remember what happened here. That new file disappeared, right? So there's no link to it anymore, right? Except there is, right? If I do the ls-l on the documents, notice it's still there. It didn't get deleted, but now I can still gain access to it. Cat. If I do that though, it says no, the file doesn't exist. If I do cat link file, it's still there. Okay. Again, because there's two hard links that point to the same file. Okay. Now, if I let me do this. Let me unmount because I want to delete both of those two hard link files. Actually, here, hold on. I want to do one thing. I want to do echo even more. Now, if I cat now, that's even more. Oh, see, I overwrote it. See, I didn't append, right? I didn't append. Okay, but that's okay because we want to see how it changes. All right. Now, if I remove that file, okay, and if I do an ls-l on my home directory, now that file's gone. That file is no longer there. But what about on, no. Where's the soft link? Here. Notice here, this soft link, it now points to a file that doesn't exist anymore, right? That file still exists though, and it has a hard link to it, but the hard link that I used to point this soft link to, it's gone. It disappeared. So what happens if I unmount? Where are you? Come on, unmount. Okay. Still gone. It's still gone. But if I cat, what is it? MMT, new space, new file, even more. It's there. Okay. So the text changed because it still points to that same file, but the soft link that I pointed to this file, this particular hard link is gone. Okay. All right. So I did a quick kind of examples there. I want to give Buddish as much time as possible. So here's what we're going to do. I am going to get out of this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. And I am going to give, and I'm going to stop recording this meeting and start a new one.